Welcome everyone in the next lecture on probability distribution. In previous lecture we have seen what is probability distribution, and we have discussed one simple example expected from the examination point of view. Now in today's lecture we are going to see few more problems based on discrete random variable, the questions which are expected in the examination. So let's move to the examples. The question is, a random variable capital X has the following probability distribution function. This one, the values of X are these and their respective probabilities are these. Find the value of K. Second, the probability of X is less than 6 and the probability of 1 less than X less than 4. So these three values we have to compute. First of all, we are interested to calculate the value of K. Unless we know the K, we are not able to get these values. Okay. Now, how to find K? See, these are nothing but P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7 and P10. The first condition on the probability distribution, all the Pi's are greater than or equal to 0. And whereas second condition is summation of these Pi's should be equal to 1. So how many Pi's are there? P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7 and P8. So we have I is equal to 1 to 8. Are you clear with this? So we are going to use this property to find the value of K. P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5 plus P6 plus P7 plus P8 is equal to 1. Okay. Now substitute these values. So 0 plus K plus 2K plus 2K plus 3K plus K square plus 2K square plus 7K square plus K is equal to 1. Now K plus 2K, 3K, 3K plus 2K, 5K, 5K plus 3K, 8K plus K, that becomes 9K, okay, plus 7 plus K square plus 2K square plus 7K square, that gives us 10K square is equal to 1, okay. So rearranging the terms, what I am getting, 10K square plus 9K minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, to find the value of K, we have to find out the roots of this quadratic equation. It's very simple. See, the coefficient of K square is 10 and the constant term is minus 1. So 10 into minus 1, minus 10. So we want product as minus 10 and sum as no. So this way we have to perform the factorization. The possible factorization is 10 and minus 1. If we take their product, we get minus 10, and if we take their addition, we get 9. So this is 10K square plus 10K minus K minus 1 equal to 0. Let's take 10K common from these two terms. 10K into bracket K plus 1. Whereas I am taking minus 1 common from here, we get K plus 1 inside of the bracket equal to 0. So this is K plus 1 and this is 10K minus 1 is equal to 0. So either K plus 1 equal to 0 or 10K minus 1 equal to 0. This implies either K equal to minus 1 or K is equal to 1 by 10. But if I select K as a minus 1, then it is a contradictory to this statement. What is the statement here, or what is the condition on the probability distribution? All Pi's must be greater than or equal to 0. If I substitute K as minus 1 here, I am getting minus 1, minus 2 like this. So Pi's are greater than or equal to 0 is expected, and here I am getting negative. So of course I am going to skip this value. So what is the K that we are going to consider here? K is equal to 1 by 10. So when I substitute K equal to 1 by 10, then this table becomes X is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and all Pi's are 0, 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 2 by 10 again, 3 by 10, 1 by 10 square, 2 by 10 square, that is 2 by 100, then 7 by 100 plus 10. Okay, here also instead of writing 1 by 10 square, I'll write 1 by 100. Okay, fine. So this is my expected probability distribution. Fine. Now next is we have to compute the value of P of X less than or equal to 6. X is less than or equal to 6. What are the choices for X less than or equal to 6 from these values of X? The choices are either X will be 0 or X will be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So these are the possible values which are less than or equal to 6. As there is a or in between them, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. As there is a or in between, so we have p of x is equal to 0 or p of x is equal, okay sorry, I'll write it again, 0, either x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 4 or x is equal to 5. As there is a or in between, I'll perform the addition of all the terms. Okay, so therefore p of x is equal to 0 or p of x is equal to 1 or p of x is equal to 2 or p of x is equal to 3 or p of x is equal to 4 or p of x is equal to 5. In other words, x is less than 6 means the value of x is at most 5. Okay, so at most 5 means there is a possibility of x will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. That's it. Now substitute these probabilities. So what I am getting, 0 plus 1 by 10 plus 2 by 10. The probability of this is 2 by 10. Here it is again 2 by 10. For this it is again 3 by 10 and finally it is 1 by 100. Okay, now take their additions. So what I am getting there, 1 plus 2 plus 2 5, 5 plus 3 8. So this is 8 by 10 plus 1 by 100. To make a denominator common, multiply and divide by 100 on both sides. So we have 80 plus 1 divided by 100, that is 81 divided by 100. Are you clear with this? The same p of x less than or equal to 6 can also be achieved in other way, that is 1 minus probability of x greater than or equal to 6. So that means we are using the concept of complementary of the event. See, my event is x is less than 6. What is the complement of this? When I say x is less than 6 means x contains 0 to 5. Okay, now what is there in the complement of x? See, the x values are 0, 1, 2 up to 7. Out of that I am taking 5 here. What are the values remain? 6 and 7. So 6 and 7, these are the values coming in the complement of this event, x is less than 6. Okay, so hence what I am saying, p of x greater than or equal to 6 is the probability of complementary of this event, x less than 6. Okay, so when I total probability is 1, out of which I am subtracting the total of the complementary event. So this is 1 minus p of x is equal to 6 or p of x is equal to 7, like this. Okay, now you can substitute these values. 2 by 100 minus 7 by 100 minus, sorry, it's okay, so 1 by 10 here, minus 1 by 10. Okay, so this way you can achieve it. So this value is also same as somewhere it is 19 by 1 minus 19 by 100, so which gives me 81 by 100 again. Okay, so you may observe these both answers are correct. I hope this idea is clear to you how to get these values. Now one more remain, p of 1 less than x less than 4. So that can be achieved by p of 1 less than x less than 4. It means all the values of x which are between 1 and 4. Can you tell me what are the values between 1 and 4 for x? See, the x values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to this, 1 and 4. यांच्यामध्ये values कोणत्या आहेत? 2 and 3. So hence the possible values of x are either 2 or 3. Hence I am getting p of x is equal to 2 or p of x is equal to 3. What is the value of p of x is equal to 2? Just we have seen here, it is 2 by 10 and here it is 2 by 10. So 2 by 10 plus 2 by 10, that gives us 4 by 10. You can make it simple, 2 by 5. Are you clear with this? So this way you may get a question in the university examination. In this same example, I would like to add one more point, that is question number 4 here. The question number 4 is to find the probability of 1.5 less than x less than 4.5 in the occurrence of the event x greater than 2. I hope you remember the conditional probability. If I say this is an event A, the denominator event is B, then this is probability of event A in the occurrence of event B. So this is possible as probability of A intersection B upon P of B. Exactly in similar way we are going to compute this, but there are two sub points, 1.5 less than x less than 4.5. As this is a sub problem of this question, now you may be confused. Here we expecting 1.5 less than x less than 4.5. How is it possible? There is no fraction at all. But still, don't worry about this. 1.5 is always lies between 1 and 2. 4.5 lies between these. So what are the values between 1.5 and 4.5? See, these limits are not included. We require the values between these two. So the possibilities are 2, 3 and 4. Are you clear with this? Fine. So hence, to find the probability of 1.5 less than x less than 4.5 is divided by x is greater than 2. So this probability we are going to calculate. So this is probability of 1.5 less than x less than 4.5 intersection with the event x greater than 2 divided by probability of x greater than 2. Now what is the intersection of these two sets? The intersection would be the values between 1.5 and 4.5 are just now we have discussed 2, 3 and 4. Its intersection we are going to take. See the values which are greater than 2, that means 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the intersection is 3, 4, 5, 6, intersection with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the intersection will be, the common part is only 3 and 4. Hence this is equal to probability of x is equal to 3 or probability of x is equal to 4 divided by. Now probability of x greater than 2. If I am going to calculate probability of x greater than 2, then the possible values are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means I have to get a probability of equal to 2 plus probability of x equal to 3 up to 7. So that's a heavy job, or I have to compute it more. So instead of that, I will use the property of complementary event. It is a probability of 1 minus this probability is given by 1 minus probability of x less than or equals to 2. So that means P of x is equal to 3 or P of x is equal to 4 divided by 1 minus P of x is equal to 0 minus P of x is equal to 1 minus P of x is equal to 2. Now we'll substitute their values. What is P of x is equal to 3? It is 2 by 10. P of x is equal to 4 is 3 by 10. So this is 2 by 10 plus 3 by 10 divided by 1 minus. This value is 0 minus the value of x equal to 1 is 1 by 10 and x is equal to 2 is it is 2 by 10. So 1 by 10 minus 2 by 10. Let's compute these values. 2 plus 3 5. So this is 5 by 10 divided by minus 1 minus 2 becomes minus 3 by 10. So 1 minus 3 by 10. 1 minus 3 by 10 that is 7 by 10. So 5 by 10 upon 7 by 10. So the answer is a 5 by 7. So this is how we can calculate the probability of this. We can calculate the conditional probability in case of the probability distribution. Okay. So in the next lecture we would like to discuss a few more examples on this particular topic. Thank you.